Hello! It's my last day in London and I tried to make it as good as possible, but the best laid plans don't always work out the way you'd like. Today we had planned to meet up, my sister and I, to go to this amazing Indian restaurant called Dishoom. However, the thing is with restaurants around here that are really good is they don't take reservations. So you just kind of have to show up and get in line, but they don't call a line, they call it a queue. So you get in the queue, and then at the first restaurant we went to, Padea, on day one, it's like you get in a queue to put your name on a list to wait. So I'm not sure if Dishoom is like that or if Dishoom is just like a big line, but my sister just wasn't feeling good today, so she actually went home and worked from home, and so Dishoom was off. And I was at work down at the Bluefin building, and my coworker and I decided to go to lunch together, and he kind of showed me around the Bluefin building. There's this awesome terrace and it's got these beautiful views of London, the Shard and St. Paul's. It was gorgeous. Then we walked to Burrough Market and we decided to get some Indian food since I wasn't going to get Indian food later. And I hadn't had any Indian food since I was here, and I've heard it's fab. And so we had some vegan Indian food, and it was amazing. It was like this chickpea mixture, and it had pomegranates and onion and all kinds of amazing flavors in there. I was just shocked it was vegan because it was so amazing. It did have yogurt in it, so maybe that wasn't so vegan of it, but I think without the yogurt it would have been completely vegan. Anyway, after that, we went to this gelato place and had the best gelato I've ever had. So both my sister and my coworker had recommended this place, so I just felt like, hey, if we're here, might as well get some, and it was great. I got strawberry and fig. Then we came back to the office, and another coworker showed up and gave me a really funny not safe for work fortune cookie, and it was definitely not safe for work. It was so not safe for work that I couldn't even read it aloud at work, and I don't even know if I should read it on this video, so I'm not going to. If you want to know what the fortune says, you gotta ask me in person. So after my work day was over, I was thinking I should go to the Globe because I hadn't been, and Shakespeare's The Man. So I read that they had tours every half hour. So I left work a little after 4 to try and make the 4:30 tour. But when I showed up there, they were only letting people wait for the 5 o'clock tour. So that would have been 40 minutes of waiting. And I don't know, after 8 days of queuing, I'm just kind of done queuing. So I just decided that that was done. I'm not going to do that. I left the Globe, came back to my hotel, took a shower, cleaned up, was chatting with my coworkers about some stuff for work, and then my foodie coworker was telling me places to go because I really want to have some good pizza while I'm here. So he recommended a bunch of places, and I was going to go try one of those, and my sister and I were texting, and she was like, if you want to go to a show, you really should go to a show. So I decided to go to Wiked. So I booked the ticket and then went early with the tube down to Victoria, and there were so many people down there because it was the first beautiful day in London that we've had. It was sunny all day. It was just magical. Like, literally there are people like just blowing bubbles in the parks along the river, and it was just gorgeous on the Thames to see these bubbles just kind of floating around. I mean, the place is already magical enough, but then I think everything is more magical with bubbles. So I was gonna go try to go to this ZZ place in Victoria because my foodie friend said that even though it's a chain, it's pretty good pizza, but they had a half-hour wait, and as I stated, I'm done waiting. So I said nope, and I went to the Shake Shack, which I'd been to with my sister before, but this time I ordered the cheese fries, and they were fabulous. I ordered a beer as well, so I had a beer and some cheese fries. It was great. Then went to Wiked, and that was magical. I was alone, so I think I just really enjoyed it. And I was on the end of a row, and I did this on purpose because I like to have the extra leg room when it's like a packed auditorium. It's kind of nice to be able to stretch out a little bit. And so I kept getting up for people to kind of, go to the bathroom or whatever they were doing. And this one guy came back to ask his son, like, what kind of ice cream he wanted. And his son was just like, no, I don't want any ice cream. And I was like, what'd you do to that kid? And he's like, I'm not sure. In a British accent, of course. And then he went off to buy ice cream. And when he came back, he said, well, I hope you like strawberries and cream. And he just like hands me a ice cream. And so I got free ice cream. So that was pretty cool. I was like really shocked that somebody would be that nice. And he said that he just really appreciated how friendly I was and that I kept getting up for everybody in the row. So I ate that yummy ice cream. That was great. And then afterwards, I just kind of left as quick as I could to get out of there before the rush and got on the tube. And as I'm going into the tube station, I see these two guys, and one of them is carrying a glass beer bottle that's like half full. So, most people don't walk out of restaurants with glass bottles, but unless you're extremely inebriated, and this man was, and he was talking about how much he thought his dance moves were good. And I literally walked up onto this conversation because I walk kind of fast compared to people. And he's like, look at my dance moves. And he's holding his beer in one hand and then nothing in the other. And he's just walking down the stairs like he's got like some kind of dance bug in his butt. And so I told his friend, I was like, you need to video this. And so his friend gets out the video and starts videoing him like dancing down the stairs into the tube. And I was just laughing. I couldn't contain myself, and I just was like only in the tube when I walked out, and a couple other girls were seeing him, and we were all just kind of like standing there laughing at him and talking quickly. So that was a good end to the evening. And then I just walked across Blackfriars Bridge. It's just a beautiful night. London is beautiful in the clear night, all lit up. I can't imagine what it looks like during Christmas. But I feel like I did my last day proud and actually did something worth telling. So tomorrow, you may have tales from Amsterdam. Good night.